Hey guys, welcome to this week's task for St Mary's S&C. This week we're going to work on or look at straight leg bounds, or as some people might know them as power bounds. Okay, so what we're really looking at here is basically a movement where, as it says, you keep your legs nice and straight, and we're looking to try and create as much power and as much distance as possible each stride. Alright, it's really looking to highlight glute and hamstring strength throughout the movement. So I've got a few clips here of a client I'm working with at the moment. The first one you're about to see is of him just doing it, coming towards you at full speed, just looking at kind of the movement. I want you to pay attention to his legs, his arms, kind of speed in which this movement is. Okay, so that was quite quick. So it's a slowed down version from the side, just highlighting technique just a little bit. So his legs are staying as straight as possible. We're snapping that leg back, using some arm to generate some power. Yes, not exactly straight, but this is one of the first time he's done it, so it's pretty good to start with. Okay, so this still we're just highlighting first of all the extension you get in this. So you are looking at potentially a triple extension here. Yes, his ankle hasn't completely extended, but there's some issues that we're working on with him. But as you can see, that back leg is completely straight as he's driving off the floor. That front leg is also straight. So what we're looking at, and I'll show it later in another still, is that you're going to snap back down using his hamstring and glutes to really generate the power. But what you can see here is that power driving off the floor. Okay, like in a sprint movement. And as hopefully you've noticed when you've looked at it, his feet are landing almost underneath him. Okay, maybe slightly in front, just like in a sprint. So you're not overstretching and not putting too much on the sprint itself. Okay, and this next quick clip is now just going to show you, just to quickly highlight the snap back of his leg. Alright, so as we're about to go into this, so I've just put this arrow in. Obviously, he's trying to snap the leg back down. So this is him now in a bit of full motion. Yeah, the back leg's bent a little bit, showing a little bit more quad dominant through the movement. However, he's snapping the leg down again, utilizing those hamstring and glutes. You can see his body position is nice and upright. You know, he could have maybe a slight forward lean on this, and also got a really nice aggressive drive of the arms. Okay, whenever I coach speed and sprinting, I'm a real stickler for aggressive, even violent arm drive throughout any single movement. Right, you want to try and make it second nature. And he's got that going here. He's driving the legs back, and the position looks really good from here. Also, what we notice if we're going into that sprint technique, so he's pulled the toes up, so he's landing on the balls with his feet each time. It's just again looking at that kind of sprint technique through everything we do. So even though there's a different movement and different mechanics, he's still got his foot up, he's still looking to land on the balls with his feet, he's still looking to keep that calf nice and tight, so as he goes through the movement, okay, there's that spring, there's kinetic energy coming through. Okay, so with that toe pulled up, he's created that tightness, got a leg straight, and you're going to drive hard off the floor and build the power and the strength needed in these muscles. Okay, so in this next clip now, just from the other side, this is probably his best movements that he did that day. Okay, it is a new skill, so he is slightly quad dominant, as you can see, just driving a bit harder off his leg than I'd really want. But you can see in this the distance he's getting per jump. Alright, really looking at, as I said, generating the power here. So that's really looking at that pull back movement that we're getting in the sprint, something that people really struggle with. Anyway, thanks again for listening.